Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Keelan of Keelan Games, and today I want to talk to you just a little bit about Modgate. Now, as you may have seen on my channel, I haven't been able to make a Skyrim episode in several days, and then I went ahead and made one. There was a good reason for that. My save file got corrupted because I use a lot of mods. And unfortunately, one day I woke up and my mods suddenly costed money. And they were suddenly forcefully ripped from the game, which is never a good idea. And I've been trying to think over in my mind a few points that I'd like to make about Modgate. I'm not going to go into it too deeply, and I'm not going to take up too much of your valuable time. It's going to be quite a quick rundown about it. But my thoughts on it are this, that it was horribly implemented, that it was implemented without proper consultation with the modding community. I think they spoke to like a couple of people, and they actually spoke to the guy from Nexus, and he said it was a bad idea, and they went ahead anyway. This worries me greatly, because if you're going ahead anyway despite warnings from experts in the field, then you clearly don't know what you're doing. And Valve has shown when it comes outside of distributing games, they don't know what they're doing. They seem to have trouble taking input from people and applying it. I don't know why, but that's not their forte, I guess. So Bethesda, as I gather, pushed for this in the first place. So we have Bethesda to thank for this mainly. Valve is but the implementer of what Bethesda basically wanted to see, which was paid for mods. They wanted to do this, you know, because money. I mean, let's be frank. That's the only reason why a company is motivated, pretty much, is because money. Originally, they go out to be artistic and stuff, but after a time, they have shareholders, they have bills to pay, they want money. So this was all about getting money and basically utilizing the modders, you know, to get that said money. And I can't really blame them for that, because that's what a company does. You know, they look at new ways of generating revenue, and I can't blame them for this at all. But the way they implemented it was just terrible. And it's funny that on some show, I've been watching a lot of shows, you know, where they talk about the anger and the vitriol and the backlash about this, and there are certain members of the modding community and others who are saying that most of the anger and the vitriol wasn't from the Skyrim community, it wasn't from the modders, and that is completely false. The Skyrim forums and the forums that only customers can access were the most vitriolic, because people were so upset about this. So I think we can clearly say that it was not trolls on a bandwagon, it was not angry people just looking for something to complain about, which is being suggested, which is quite worrying. Again, this really worries me that they are suggesting that it's you know, so many of these false non-community members that are making these complaints and being so angry. So it's just not true. It is the Skyrim community, it is the modding community who are really angry about this, and rightly so. They are entitled to be angry. They say, oh, they're just entitled gamers. They're entitled to be angry. This was absolutely messed up. One day you got a free product, next day you're charging from it. That's not acceptable in any business model. It just doesn't work whatsoever. I think they really need to think things through before they implement them and give advanced warning. There's nothing wrong with letting your community and your customer base know weeks in advance, this is coming. Be prepared for it, be excited for it, and to assure them that it's going to go well by offering some incentives. Like, for example, what they should have done, in my opinion, is done compilation packs for mods, where it makes it easier. You don't have to install them one by one piecemeal. You can install artistic mods, you can install sound mods, you can install, you know, new quest mods as a package, and then charge for it, and charge a reasonable amount for it, not this $5 stuff. Which only came in because Bethesda was taking a 50% cut. Valve was taking 25%, the modder taking 25%. It should have been Bethesda takes 30%, Valve takes 25%, you know, 20% or so, and the modder gets 50%. That would have been more or less fair in my eyes, at least. But they had to go this Bethesda gets 50% cut. I don't care if you made the original game. People are making something new here pretty much with what you've given them. You never ask 50% for that. You just don't. That's just exceedingly greedy, I feel. Bethesda, what are you doing? It was a PR nightmare. It really was, and I really don't like to see that from Bethesda. Because I love Bethesda games. I love playing Skyrim. I played all the Elder Scrolls games. I played pretty much every game Bethesda's made, and they really dropped the ball on this one. Unfortunately, most of the blame went to Valve because they implemented it, but I suppose that's where most of the fault lies, because Bethesda had this great idea to make more money, and Valve couldn't pull it off, sadly. And that's where we are pretty much. So guys, let me know down below what you think about Modgate and charging for mods in general. It will return, I'm afraid. It's not going away. It will come back because, as a Boogie said, it's money left on the table. Why wouldn't they charge for mods? They just need to implement it better. I don't want to see mods being charged for. I think if you are going to charge it, it should be a compilation of mods, and at least create something new. If you're going to charge for something, like Gary's mod was once free, the guy added a bunch to it and then charged for it. And at first I was a bit apprehensive, but when I took a look at his work, I was like, yeah, you did a lot of work on that. You deserve to get some money for that. I mean, he completely expanded the multiplayer and everything else, and it was just so much better after that. But he made sure there was new content to go with that. So I think at the very least, if you're going to make a mod, suddenly charged mod, you need to add content to it to make it worthwhile. But anyway, that's pretty much my thoughts on it, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below about Modgate, and would you be prepared to pay for a mod on Steam? I think $5 is too much for a mod. What do you think? I mean, obviously that's with the 50% Bethesda cut and all that. They had to charge $5, but I think with a better cut system, they could charge like $1 or $2 for a compilation of, that modder might have made like 10 mods. So you can buy all my mods for like $2, and you can download them individually for free. I think that'd be a pretty reasonable deal. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. I certainly don't think that they can implement mods unless they adopt a fairer system. Anyway, guys, I've been Keelan of Keelan Games. Thanks for listening.